Hello guys, welcome to my channel and watch my tutorials. This is the session to explore more about selecting data and export it in a working space on your device. So upon completing this session, you will be able to select the data or location you need and export it or save it in the proper location you want. It is the way of generating your data from others. Let's go. My video. You see that you have add hospitals, rivers, and the district data layer in our project. The project is the project 2, and they have been used in the Arc map discovering. In this session, I'm going to show you how to select data, how to export it and save it in your working space. There are 3 types of selection. One is selection by attribute. Another selection is select by location. And we finally have select using selective features. You can go to selection. On the main bar, you see that there is a selection window. And this selection, you can scroll down to select by attribute or select by location. It depends on any kind of selection you want to use, and you will see why we use selection by attribute and why you can use selection by location. So this is the option of selecting your location using selective features. This icon can help you to select too, but this icon can be used in case you really know, you are sure that you know the location that you are going to select. For example, I know that this is Bugesera district. You can click on this icon, select the features, and then click on Bugesera district, and you see that it is selected. If you want to select Ngororero, for example, Ngororero district, you can click on. If you want to select Nyamagabe as default, you can click here, and Nyamagabe is already selected. In case you are going to use this selected features icon, you know exactly the location you want to select. This is the first option you can use to select. Let me click aside so that I can unselect. If you don't know any name, if you don't know the location of data you are going to select, for example, maybe let me assume I don't know where Kirehe district is located. Select by attribute is the best option I will use. As you have seen in the previous video, attribute is characters, kind of data in attribute, tabular data that show the characteristic of spatial data. So that characteristic in attribute that I can be rely on to select the Kirehe district is name. To do so, you have to go. I can choose this option of selection, and then I can click on select by attribute. It is the first option. Click on it, and here in this window, you see that this is layer, but in this layer as default there is hospitals, but Kirehe district is not hospital. Of course it is district. I can click on district. Here in this box, instead of choosing objective or whatever, please choose district name. Double click on district name, then click on equal, and then click on get unique value so that they can give you all the values from name column, and then you are going to choose Kirehe district, but see Bugesera, Burera, Gakenke, whatever. So please type your name in this box, Kirehe, and you see that Kirehe appear in this box. So double click on it and then click on apply, then okay. So upon going back in the map viewer, you see that Kirehe district is selected. So this is the best option to select. If you don't know the exact location, this is the best way you can use. The third way is selection by location, but selection by location, you should have the location. I can give you example. If you want to select sectors from some district, if you are going to select all sectors in Nyamagabe district, you can use selection by location in order to select the sectors in Nyamagabe district. If you are going to select roads or schools or hospitals in one specific district in Rwanda, you can use selection by location, because the target layer will be, for example, hospital, and the location layer will be that district name. So make sure that in case you are going to use selection by location, it is a target layer that you are going to select. You can generate it from target location. So let me clear this selection. To create selection, you will go back to selection and then scroll down to create select features. You see that the selection have been cleared well. Let me add sector data so that we can perform all selection together. So adding data, you will need to go to file, scroll down to add data, click on add data, of course, and they will direct you to where you can fetch your data on device. This is where I can find health centers, and I need health centers. Click on it and then click on add. So as you see, all health centers in Rwanda are appear in our map viewer. Let me again go to add. I want to add roads. Let me click on infrastructure dataset and click on load, then click on add. So you see that all roads in Rwanda have been added to our map. The last one is adding sectors. Let me go back to file, scroll down to add data and click on add data already. Click on the up one level and go to admin feature dataset and then click on sector, then click on add. So the sector data layer added in our map interface. All data names are appear in table of content. So let me uncheck roads and uncheck health centers and even uncheck sectors. We only have district layer. If you exactly know the location that you are going to select, use this icon of select features. Click on it and then let me choose Bugesera district as my location that I will generate from all those districts in Rwanda. So let's click on Bugesera district. The following step is to export the selected features in the current location. Here, it's better for us, first of all, to create a working space, the place where we will save the output that we are creating. To do so, let me go to Arc Catalog. You see that our working space, it is in ArcMap folder. The project too, it is saved in our ArcMap folder. This is the working place. So let me do like to click on ArcMap folder, then scroll down to new, and then click on file geodatabase in order to create a file geodatabase that will store, that will host our output. Our geodatabase will be called project 2. Let me call it project 2. Inside the geodatabase, I'm going to create a feature dataset. The first feature dataset will be will host the boundary data. So I will call it boundary. Then click on next. They will give me an option of adding the coordinate system. So I want the coordinate system of my boundary data set to be the same as the coordinate system of the data that I'm using in this project. In this favorite, you can see that there is a default coordinate system, but let me be sure that my coordinate system here I can use it will be the same to the coordinate system of my hosting data. So to do so, let me go to this icon and click on import. Then I will be directed to where I fetch data and click on one of the data that I'm using, then click on add. You see that it is Arc Transfers Mercato 1960. You see this is the coordinate system that we are using. Click on next, and then finish. My first feature dataset has been created. It will host all admin output that will generate. The second one will host infrastructure, hospitals, roads, health center. Let's click on it, scroll down to new, then click on feature dataset and call it infrastructure. Click on next, and then our current coordinate system is Arc Transfers Mercato. Click on it, then click on next, and then finish. Actually, we see that you have two feature data set. One will host all boundaries, admin boundaries feature data, and this infrastructure feature data set will host infrastructure data. And here we have river, and we will need to export river data. Will not be saved in boundary feature data set or infrastructure. Is that why we are going to create another feature data set of natural resources. Let me do like click on project 2, scroll down to new, then click on feature data set, create natural data, and then click on next, give it Arc Transfers Mercator 1960, and then click on OK, next, then finish. You see that natural data have been created inside project 2 geodatabase. Those are the free feature data set that will be used to store save output data. But now let us not use this, and let us use an option of using attribute selection, because sometimes you will never know the location, the exact location you want to select from map. That's why you will need to select it using any attribute characters. So let us go to this option, selection, and then click on select by attribute, and then let us layer this district already, and then in this box you will choose district name. Let me clear this, or node district, yes, and then equal, click on get unique value, and if you are not seeing Bugesera in this box, you can write it here and it can be appear on this box. But now Bugesera is the first on alphabetic of district in Rwanda. So click on it, double click, and then you see that the expression is complete. District name equal Bugesera. Upon completing this expression, you can click on apply. You see that Bugesera is selected, then click on OK. This is the first way to select the location from data, but in case you don't know exactly the location. But if you know exact location that you want to select, even you can use select features. Everything that will be selected inside Bugesera district, like hospitals, sectors, rivers, roads, and whatever, you will use select by location, because the location that we have now, it is Bugesera district. So if you have done by selecting this Bugesera district, the next point is to export it, is to save it in our working space. So remember that Bugesera district that have been selected is classified in the category of admin boundary. It is going to be saved in a boundary feature data set that have been created, this boundary feature data set. So to do so, let us go in table of content, and Bugesera, of course, it is a district, and I will like click on district data layer, because Bugesera is a district. Scroll down to data, and then click on this export data. They will give you an option to browse to where you can save your data. Click on this browse icon, and then you see that this place where we are, it is no longer related to our working space. In order to go to our working space, please click on this icon, go to home folder, click on it, and they will be directed you to the working space. Actually, you see that we are in ArcMap folder, but you see there is no geodatabase that is appearing in our working folder. The reason why is that the type of our save, it is still in shapefile. I will change shapefile to file and personal geodatabase. Upon do that, you see that geodatabase is appear in our working space. Please click on it, double click on it. Inside you will double click on boundary feature data set to open it, and then our output name will be Bugesera district. Let us call Bugesera, yes, and then click on yes, add, okay, yes. You see our output Bugesera district is totally different to other districts, because our target location have been saved, have been generated from other districts. And if you go back in table of content, you see that Bugesera district name have been generated, and even I can clear selection because I have done with exporting my selected data. To clear selection, just go back to selection and then click on clear selected features. you see selection have been removed. And let me remove all district and make sure that I have only Bugesera district. I will need to go back into table of content and check for district, and you see that I have only Bugesera district. I will need to make this Bugesera district data layer fit this window, fit this layer. To do so, let me go back to table of content and do like to click on Bugesera district layer and then click on zoom to layer in order to make Bugesera district data layer fit our data layer. Let me try another selection. Actually, you are able to use selected by features, and you are able now to use select using attribute. So let us try to select any features using select by location, and you will be able to differentiate or to know where you will use select by attribute and select by location. Let me in table of content check sectors. You see that in Bugesera sectors are not appearing. It is because this layer of Bugesera is overlaying sectors. So it's better to make it hollow or to make it transparent. To do so, click on this icon of Bugesera district and then click on hollow, the option of hollowing data, and then you can resize the output width and then click on OK. You see that Bugesera district boundary is appearing, but it is letting sectors inside the Bugesera district. Here we are going to select all sectors in Bugesera district. How we do select all sectors in Bugesera district? We can't use select by attribute because attribute will only give you an option of selecting one feature. So, but we are going to select many sectors in Bugesera district. To do so, let us go back in selection, and then I will choose select by location, and target layer will be sectors because I need to select, but the location, the source layer will be Bugesera district, and the spatial selection method or target layer features will be have the centroid in source of layer features. It is the last option. Then click on apply and then OK. Actually, you see that all sectors in Bugesera district have been selected. After selecting, you need to go back to table of content on the data layer name, the sectors, click on it, and then scroll down to data and click on export data. Then option of browsing, you will browse to where you can save your output data. So sector data layer will be saved in our boundary feature data set. This is where we are, and call it sectors underscore Bugesera. Yes, and then click on save. OK, and then yes. So actually you see that Bugesera sectors have been generated from many sectors. So let us go back in the selection, then clear selected, and then I will need to remove all sectors from Rwanda, and I will only remember the Bugesera sectors. So I will clear all sectors in Rwanda, and as you see, Bugesera sectors have been generated from other sectors. I think everyone is able to use all those three selection type in order to carry the project. Let me go back in table of content and check again, bring back health centers, and you see that health centers appearing in our map viewer. It is in the whole country, but I want only of Bugesera district. To do so, I will go back to selection and then choose select by location, because our location will be Bugesera district, and the target layer is not sector, no longer sector, of course. It is now health centers, and the source layer is Bugesera already, and the spatial selection method will be have centered in source of layer features, which is the last option, of course. And then click on apply and OK. You see all health centers in the Bugesera district have been selected, and after selection process, you have to go back to table of content on the layer that have been selected. Click on it. This is health centers, and scroll down to data and click on export data. Browse to where you can save your data. So Actually, Bugesera Health Centers is not boundaries. Will not be saved in boundaries feature dataset. That's just why we are need to go up one level, open infrastructure feature dataset, and then write here the name Bugesera underscore health underscore centers. Yes, click on save, okay, and then yes. So I will go back to selection in order to clear selected features. Actually, let me remove or uncheck all health centers in Rwanda, and you see that we only have the health centers in Bugesera district. So here again, let us do the same exercise on roads. Roads is infrastructure, so I want to only have roads in the Bugesera district generated from all roads in the whole country. To do so, I will need to go to selection and then select the allocation already, because we want to remain all roads but in the Bugesera district. So the target layer now is no longer health center, but it is roads, and then go to source layer will be Bugesera, and the spatial selection method will be have the centroid in the source of layer features. Click on apply and then okay. Actually, you see that all roads in Bugesera district are selected. So the following step is to save it, to export it into our working folder. So let us click on roads in table of content. Right click on it, scroll down to data and export data, then browse to where you can save the output data. It is in infrastructure feature dataset already, we are there, and then call it Bugesera roads, Bugesera underscore roads, and then click on save, then click OK, and yes. Actually, our target layer, our output layer have been created, Bugesera roads. All I have to do is to unselect or to clear selection, and then uncheck all roads of the whole country. Actually, you see that I have roads in the Bugesera district. So you see we have the sectors in the Bugesera district, we have health centers in the Bugesera district, and we have let me clear selection, and we have all roads in the Bugesera district. So I think you are able to use any kind of selection, any type of selection. It depends on what you want and which step you are going to use that selection. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you find important and helpful to you, please subscribe, like and share. See you guys in the next video.